Oda is a madman. This man just revealed what the next day of his story is gonna entail. The famous Egghead incident is what it's gonna be called. Now apparently everything started 3 months before the present day. Now somebody called Marie-Joise at 2 different instances in order to expose Vegapunk and the fact that he researches poneglyphs as well as the Void Century. That is why Cipher Pol has been investigating Egghead and why the Gorosei want him dead. Now in the present day, which is 1 day before the Egghead incident, Kizaru, Saturn, and Marine forces from all bases are slowly approaching Egghead Island. The fleet is far larger than a Buster Call and is essentially an armada of warships. There are 2 reasons for this mega Buster Call. So Egghead's research has far surpassed Ohara by now, and its defense forces are formidable. So the governments and the Marines are trying to be extra sure that everything gets properly annihilated. Now to speculate on this famous Egghead incident that is supposed to take place tomorrow in the story, the narrator says that its conclusion will shock the world in a way that no one has ever imagined. Now I have an idea of what's supposed to go down. Imu is gonna pull out his pen and map. He's gonna find Egghead Island. He's gonna scratch it off and it's gonna get deleted by Uranus or whatever force is doing what it did to Lulusia. There's a few reasons as to why I say this, and I think Oda already left some hints. In chapter 1077, Sentomaru actually speculates that Egghead's fate is probably gonna end up even worse than Ohara's. Now Ohara, it got Buster Called because some researchers looked a bit into the Void Century. Now what can be worse than a Buster Call? That's right, imagine if the whole island gets deleted like Lulusia has been. The Gorosei consider Vegapunk and his research way worse than Ohara ever was. So he's a much higher priority for them in terms of destruction urgency. So they're not just gonna settle for some Buster Call or whatever mega Buster Call they're sending right now. Instead, Imu is probably just gonna be like, let me do this myself and delete the whole island off of the map. That would explain why Oda actually decided to start this whole arc with Lulusia being destroyed by Imu-sama. Also, that would have been foreshadowed by Lucci in chapter 1062 actually. Before his assault on Egghead Island, Lucci was actually found dwelling on the Lulusia incident. So take Lucci dwelling on Lulusia's destruction, Sentomaru speculating that Egghead will end up being destroyed even worse than Ohara, as well as the arc starting with Lulusia being destroyed. Those 3 hints right there, Oda might be planting some seeds there. It would be fair to assume that Egghead will end up having the same fate as Lulusia by the end of this arc. Another thing about this whole famous Egghead incident, will this turn into the final war? Actually, believe it or not, it can easily become that. If Blackbeard, Shanks, Buggy, Dragon, the Admirals, the Gorosei, if they all join in by the end of this Egghead incident, then this can easily be the final war that Oda has always been talking about and hyping up. While these individuals are currently doing other things in the world of One Piece, it is still possible for them to join in on the war because look at Marineford. That war had several parties join in later like Luffy, Shanks, Blackbeard, even Law. There's a hint for this in Oda's very own Jump Festa statement for 2023. Oda said that One Piece will become a free-for-all battle royale, so make of that whatever you will. But if you were to speculate that the Egghead incident is the final war, I think that there's a good chance that this will indeed be the case. Well, regardless, the common question of the day is, what do you think is this Egghead incident that's so famous? Do you think that Egghead will end up being deleted? Or do you think that the Egghead incident is the final war? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and have a good one.